What a week it's been, everybody. I put a new song to my channel. It's an Irish ballad. Please check it out. It's from the Cheeky Celt, and it's a fabulous video, and it's a fabulous theme song that is very Irish in nature, and its delivery and its music, and it's an Irish channel. So if you're new to the channel, I want to welcome all the shamrocks that are already here. I'm hitting 8,000 shamrocks who, when you become part of the channel, you become a shamrock. Follow me around to be introduced to wonderful artists, as we're going to be introduced again to Faouzia, because I released that particular theme song for my channel. She's come all unethical and very sad, actually, and I'm going to try and break down those lyrics and give you a powerful rendition of what the lyrics mean to me. And in the meantime, we don't need any bio on this artist other than she's a Moroccan beauty with an absolute powerhouse voice. She sang with John Legend. She writes her own music. She's an intellect, university graduate. She's absolutely everything that encompasses what a modern day girl who balances work life, who balances university, who balances her music career, her success, with just being the most placid, down to earth, and mesmerizing performer when you get to see her. So do go out, and if you get tickets, see this artist. She's just one of those people that keeps enthralling me all the time. So I was really excited to bring her on board. And as always, I do a special thumbnail for this artist, so check that out. And it hopefully attracts just as many as the last song did, for me to talk about how great she is. But when it comes to ballads, I think she's going to be known as the new Celine Dion of our era, because she's only 25 and she's coming out with these ballads that are so beyond her years, but that is the power of being born a natural musician and a gifted artist. That's just something that she is. Take a listen. We'll come back. And what is it about? I forgot. I forget myself here. Ooh. Unethical. It says, "Thank you, Genius Lyrics, as always, for the lyrics." It is a dark, emotionally charged pop ballad by Faouzia, exploring the anguish of being trapped in a toxic relationship with haunting metaphors and visceral imagery. The song paints a portrait of a love that demands everything and gives nothing in return. And Faouzia questions the morality of such emotional manipulation, pleading for release while grappling with the self-blame and heartbreak. It's a raw, powerful anthem about reclaiming dignity in the face of love that turned cruel. Oh, come on here. It's deep, but so is this video, and we'll get into it straight after. Enjoy.
Vertigo in your arms. 1 second you hate me, then it's false alarm. That's just what you always do every time. Watch me when I break and say it's paradise. Set my body aflame. Lock me up and close the door when it rains. Maybe it's my fault I put you up so high. Darling, I think you can make the devil cry. And I've been waiting for the sunset, waiting on a sorry, but you're never sorry, are you? No, you don't even care. How can you stand to watch while I'm breaking all my bones, trying to hold you close? Come on, right out my body, tearing off my skin just to let you in. Isn't it a bit unethical? Got me on my knees, have you any mercy every time you hurt me, baby? Tell me if I'm not giving you enough. If you ever love me, let me go. I don't know what it is, got me wrapped around your cold fingertips. Maybe it's my fault I can't walk away. Maybe I just thought you'd feel a little shame. Oh, I've been waiting for the sunset, waiting on a sorry, but you're never
You've got to ask yourself, haven't you, how somebody so young can have such a powerful impact in a ballad, but she does. It resonates with no matter what age you are, and when you listen to that, it's just incredible. What disgusts me today is still music like that is not played enough on Irish radio. Radio might seem passe to a lot of people, but to an older generation like myself, we grew up with the radio listening to music. And it really got away. They got very much into paid sponsorship, where they'd only promote music of certain bands belonging to certain record companies. And they destroyed themselves because artists like her just flourished with social media. And if it had continued with radio, she wouldn't have flourished, if that makes sense. So I'm so happy we get to hear with modern technology artists like her. I have supported this artist from her conception that was made apparent to me by one of her greatest fans. And that particular fan is out there. They know, they follow me, and at the same time, they listen to my reactions. And I just want to say, you know who you are. And thank you for introducing me to such a person that delivers, and never stops delivering. It's quite phenomenal in today's world. But we'll get into the lyrics now. Verse 1 says, vertigo in your arms. 1 second you hate me, then it's a false alarm. That's just what you always do every time. Watch me when I break and say it's paradise. Set my body aflame, lock me up, close the door when it rains. Maybe it's my fault I put you up so high. Darling, I think you could make the devil cry. You've seen her fluctuate between a red outfit, the marriage outfit, the flowers, and it's all very metaphorical and symbolical of somebody who would meet somebody and that person would give them the illusion, we've got a great future together. I can see, I love you, I love you. And when the act of lovemaking happens and intimacy occurs, they're always reassuring, let's say, Faouzia in this case, I love you, I can see a future, I can see us getting married, having children, whatever it takes to keep it physical and to keep the passion side of it there. But as she said, because you set my body aflame, and that emphasizes my point. But then it's a self-blame that I never understand with people, because she says, maybe it's my fault I put you up so high. And it's something that she is very clever at doing when she writes a song. She's doing it almost biographical. It's coming from an experience, whether through a friend or herself or a situation that she's witnessed at a distance. But it's powerful. And that one, even though it's the first of a couple of verses, what I'm saying is that really struck me, because that is so typified in conversations I've had in the last couple of years with young people saying to me, and you might say, why young? And I'll differentiate as I go through the song why. Because it's almost like they blame themselves if a relationship goes wrong. They're starry-eyed, they fall in love, blah, blah, blah. And I'm always saying to them, don't blame yourself for when something goes wrong. I always try and emphasize maybe it was meant to be. And this anguish of being trapped in a toxic relationship is quite evident when she changes to red, and when she realizes her dreams have been shattered, and she's standing there metaphorically and symbolically over a coffin, and she's trying to bury that past and bury that person and the emotions she's had for them. But she's on this journey that the lyrics take you through, which is almost a self-blame, and that is when the doors open. Self-blame is something we all do. We always blame ourselves for a failed relationship, no matter what it is, whether it's love, whether it's work, whether it's personal, for other reasons, we blame ourselves if it goes wrong. And the pre-chorus emphasizes this because it says, and I've been waiting for the sunset. So she's still on that self-blame, the black clouds above her. What did I do? You see, it does happen to people. You do quiz yourself, and then it leads to a bit of paranoia, everybody. And it can also lead to elevated physical, you mentally wearing yourself down with your own dark thoughts, because she says, because here she says, waiting on a sorry. Waiting, even that word in itself, is a powerful statement to say, I'm waiting on a sorry. You're waiting for that other person to say, look what you've done to me. So you're self-blaming, and then at the same time, the anger's coming out, and you're also waiting for the sorry. And you're getting worked up. On top of your anxiety and upset, you're getting worked up about that. Because you said, no, you didn't even care. So the anger's starting to come out. How can I stand and watch? Stand and watch is watching herself, her dreams, her aspirations, her thoughts process crumble before her. And the red for me symbolizes not the devil coming out of her in the anger, none of that. It's almost like, there's two sides. There's the puritanical side and there's the deep dark side. It's the dark side of anger coming out of her. That's what I feel throughout this video. And you see her in the forest and the light just hits her face. And the moon in the background. That's all metaphorical images that we associate with wolves and darkness. Because she's carrying the mood. She's human. She's carrying that. Because in verse 2 it says, I don't know what it is. Got me wrapped up in your cold fingertips. Maybe it's my fault I can't walk away. Maybe I just thought you'd feel a little shame. She thought by keeping the distance, by allowing things to happen the way they have, by that other person knowing that she's not feeling good about what's happened, and she's not taking calls, she's not taking emails, she's just feeling the anguish is really starting to bubble through. She just thought something will happen. They'll ring me and they'll say, look, I'm really sorry, let's make up, let's move on. But she got nothing in return for all that she went through emotionally, both being in love and out of love. That person just doesn't seem to exist anywhere now. And it's like, I don't know if I'm here or there in my life emotionally, but I want to bury all of this and go back to my old self. And that's what she's doing. Or almost like when she stands at the coffin in the video, she wants to bury that past and move on. And it's about morality as well, and manipulation. And when we get into the manipulation of the song, it goes into the chorus, breaking all my bones, trying to hold you close. That's symbolism. That's symbolic of what happened before. Remembering the embraces, the touches, the feelings of how close they were at one stage. And then she goes back into almost like the anger stage where she's the red side of her. I say the red side of her when she's instead of the wedding dress, it's the red, spilt blood, tears and sweat and toil and all of that, and almost like she's stripped to the bone, and you still don't care and you still don't respond. And then she says, have you any mercy, she asks, every time you hurt me, baby. But what people forget is, and it's a very important thing to remember, you hurt yourself by putting yourself through it, you need to actually look in the mirror and say, just like she was burying over the coffin, and make a resound judgment in your life. I will bury my feelings with this person once and for all to move on. And you need to look in the mirror and say, I need to stop. I can do this. Instead of saying I cannot, say I can. And instead of saying I won't become the person I used to be, say you can be that person. Because the bridge says, let me go and I'll let you go. But that's her talking to herself. That's her battling with those inner emotions. Let me go. The chorus goes through that again, waiting for the sunset. She talks about tearing off the skin. She talks, how can you stand and watch? If you ever loved me. All those things are going through her and are back and forth because it's pleading. She's almost pleading for release, grappling with that self-blame and heartache she's carrying. It really is a raw and powerful anthem about reclaiming dignity in the face of something so cruel as a breakup, that the other person doesn't care when you're putting yourself through this. And all the talk of the future and getting married and all of that, you have to now bury the feelings you have for that person and the anger you feel to get back to how you used to be. It's a hell of a journey to be on. And if you're in that particular situation, find solace in what she says here. And where is it? She says, isn't it a bit unethical? Question mark. Got me on my knees. Have you any mercy? Tell me I've not given you enough. If you've ever loved me, let me go. You might think that's about the other person. I actually get from this that Faouzia is talking to herself. She said, let me go, I'll let you go. She's almost doing a chant. She's gearing herself up for the home run to get away from this person emotionally. And she said, if you've ever loved me, let me go. And it's a self-proclamation to herself. If you've ever loved yourself, Faouzia, you can do this, she's more or less saying. Let this person go and let them, the power they have in you, go as well. And she does. She does. Because at the end of the video, she resolves it by just knowing that where there's dark, there's light. And where there's light, there's dark. She's almost accepted the two in one because of this relationship. Life isn't a bunch of roses. She holds the flower. Life can be very, very soul destroying, hence why she's in red. And the bullet in the heart, you know, you've ripped out my heart. You might as well have just. She comes to an acceptance at the end. So if you're on that journey, I hope you come to an acceptance. It's not worth your time, effort, mentally or physically, to be in that situation. And just turn around all those thoughts. I cannot, to I can. And move forward, and it'll all resolve itself. Because it's the old saying, what's meant to be in life, it's meant to be. So thanks for listening. Another great song. Unethical it might be, but part of life's journey that she's taken us on. Thanks again, Faouzia, for great music. Take care.